December 2023, and fresh off the Class 5 Missouri High School State Championship. Carson Cart'Dawg Boyd expresses in words what he wants the world to know about him while sitting down with UnApologetic's executive producers.
I say what I want the world to know about me that a lot of people don't know is that I refuse to lose, I think in my high school career, I'm 39-3, 28-0 the last 2 seasons. I don't handle losing well. I like winning. I hate losing more than I like winning. So I just don't like losing at all.
27 seconds here in the second quarter. 16-13, Ritter with a 3-point lead. 2nd and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. Boyd in the gun. Parker to his right. He drops back 3 steps, steps up in the pocket, escapes pressure. Now he'll take it himself. Goes up the field, has plenty of space. Look at him go. Boyd with a big-time run, gets inside the 10. 13 seconds left as the clock stops. As you said, Jim, setting the chains. Opportunity here, and Ritter, of course, will burn a timeout.
Carson Boyd was born on Friday, July 13, 2007, to the parents of Keisha Simpson and Robert Boyd. As an infant and toddler, Carson was a very happy child. He smiled, he laughed, and he watched and observed. As the baby boy of his 7 siblings, Carson was faced with watching and observing his older brother Ryan, by 2.5 years, get coached and trained by his father, Coach Boyd. Carson was barely walking and not completely talking, but he learned the essence of training. He learned how to follow instructions to a T and follow detailed directions. He watched vividly as his pops trained and prepared his big bro Ryan as a wide receiver. They trained for off-season football camps, preseason football tournaments, regular season championships, postseason bowl games, and All-American games. Carson was to his dad what Serena Williams was to her father, in that both Richard Williams and Rob Boyd was focused on their older children, all the while knowing that the younger sibling was waiting for their turn. As a 4th grader, Carson was not old enough to compete at the national camps, so he was forced to wait and watch his big brothers participate. One couldn't imagine what was going through Carson's head, but we soon found out. So when it finally became Carson's turn to camp, he quickly showed the camp scene that he was ready. Carson's camp series was the real deal. His father wanted to see how Carson compared against quarterbacks in the country.
Quarterback for a rising 7th grade game, number 12, Carson Boyd.
CartDawg.
After realizing Carson's potential, Rob took Carson on a youth camp tour that included the best football camps the nation could offer. He went to the USA football camp with his brother Ryan and the beloved Jalen McKenzie, and Carson turned eyes. Carson competed in the Rise and Fire camp, where he was there with the likes of Michigan's national champion J.J. McCarthy and the East St. Louis state champion QB Tyler Macon. Carson participated in the Pro Football Hall of Fame camp, where he was awarded camp MVP and was invited to play in the Hall of Fame All-American game. Carson then got introduced to the Elite 11 camp series, and he got the luxury to attend as an 8th grader. Carson was there with rising juniors and seniors in high school, but you couldn't tell he was an 8th grader on this day. When it was all said and done, Carson placed 6th in the accuracy competition, amongst the 100 or so upperclassmen. Carson stayed with the Elite 11 camp series, and he has bought into their program. In 2022, he took part in the Elite 11 Academy, where they show you how to not only be a quarterback on the field, but how a quarterback should be off the field. And he continued camping with Elite 11 in April 2023, where he went to Orlando, Florida to again compete with top-rated QBs. Carson performed extremely well and walked away with the Elite 11 Underclassmen Golden Arm Accuracy Award.
Boys quarterback, our underclass winner with a score of 22 from Cardinal Ritter in Missouri, Carson Boyd.
CartDawg. CartDawg.
Winning camp MVPs and being recognized is a prime example of how different Carson was and how different he still is. And camps provide the best opportunity to test perfection, because Carson will compete with the best QBs in the country and get a true assessment of his skill set. After camp season, Carson knows what he needs to improve, and he retain this information and work relentlessly on his craft. So when the season comes, he will be ready. At the conclusion of his 6th grade season, Carson was awarded the overall MVP at the Jackie Joyner Kersey Foundation Youth Football Organization. This marked the end of grade school football, and middle school football was next up.
11th Jackie Joyner Kersey Award, Carson Boyd.
Hey, CartDawg! 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 He did it!
2nd and goal from the 8-10 left in the half. Boyd, he gets met quickly, but he finds his favorite target. DeJarion Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game comes from 8 yards out, his 25th of the season, and with just 5 seconds left in the half, Ritter up 22-13.
They're just going to bring him all the way across the field. He'll line up in the slot. You'll see the 3-step drop, and then boom, post pattern, wide open, was able to get in front of the cornerback and able to score. Great route, great look on the 3-step drop by Carson Boyd.
While watching Ryan play in the 2018 USA Football 7th grade All-American game in Dallas Cowboys Stadium, the state-of-the-art Jumbotron couldn't help but to find the 10-year-old Carson in the stands, dancing, enjoying the moment and anticipating his chance. Carson has always seemed to find the spotlight, or the spotlight finds him, whether it's his electrifying smile or his glowing personality. Carson always seems to light up the room he's in. Here again, the media camera captured Carson at the 2019 East St. Louis State Championship game, where he watched as his future but former high school win the Class 6 state championship in Illinois. During the first 5 years of Carson's life, from 2007 to 2012, it was apparent that Carson was going to be something special. By 2012, at 5 years of age, Carson was entering into his 2nd year of youth football because he started playing at 4 years old. It was then that his parents knew he was going to play quarterback. Carson had to step in and play QB with players 2 years older than he was. Carson then went on to lead the Illinois Heat 7U youth team to winning the 2012 AYF Regional Championship as a kindergartner. So fast forward from the then 2012 kindergarten Carson to the now, soon-to-be, 2024 senior Carson. And the plans still have not changed and will never change. Although the path Carson takes has adjusted and will adjust again, the plans will remain the same. Unapologetic.
I like to live by this. Look, if you can't run, you jog. If you can't jog, you pace. If you can't pace, you walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. If you can't crawl, you better call somebody to drag you. By all means, keep moving forward.
Rivals.com here with class of 2025 dual threat quarterback out of St. Louis, Cardinal Ritter, Carson Boyd.
When given an opportunity, Carson showed signs of his greatness, as illustrated in this 38-yard touchdown run in Eastside's 2021 first-round state playoff game in Illinois.
To the 5, to the house. Touchdown! Touchdown, East St. Louis. Number 18, the freshman, Carson Boyd.
That's the move.
Unapologetic.